So how's it, guys? So I want to show you the quick car that I'm going to be sitting in. Absolutely lovely car. Not too fond of the color though. I've got to be honest about the interior. The exterior color I think is phenomenal. You can catch it there on the little bit on the left there. Okay, so check this out. So we've got the all-wheel drive in tech grey. Thank you from Chery Edenvale. I got to speak to Ryan, Drake, as well as Adrian. Very nice guys. Love these wheels. Love this color. And it looks so nice. So yeah, absolutely beauty of a car. Like I said, the interior is wonderful. Just not happy about the color. I think the 7 in the black looks nicer, but this in black interior would look amazing. But yeah, let's quickly pop inside. How's it, guys? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me. For those people that are new, yeah, as you can see why I call it the bald cherry, you know. Yeah, a lot of people ask me why. It's like, well, you know what? I've shaved the head, it's bald, and I'm doing this course for Chery, so makes common sense. Anyway, for the people that are new, please like and subscribe. Subscription is free. It's just to let YouTube know that you guys are enjoying my content, and to grow my channel, and then also to let Chery South Africa and Chery China know that you guys are actually paying attention to my stuff and are enjoying it. Okay, so while we were busy, so let's quickly jump in. So you guys can see in the background, it's got the brown leather interior. So for those that are familiar with it, you'll know that I'm sitting in a Max T8 Chery, 2-litre turbo, 189 kilowatts, and 390 torque, which is quite impressive for such a big car. One of the things I want to quickly get started about with is that this is the all-wheel drive version. So took it onto the road a bit yesterday, driving it was quite lekker. I'm not really going to do too much of the review. I'm just going to do mainly the driving modes, but then I'm going to add a few little videos where I've had people asking me separate little questions about this and about that. So the main video is just going to be the differences, well, the all-wheel drive system. So a quick thing I want to show you guys about is obviously those that are familiar with the new Max Pros, the 7 and the 8, the interior is the same. My opinion is I just prefer the 7. It's nice and black. I like the black interior. If this was black, by all means, I think this was just the one I would want if I could afford it. Little out of my price range, but it's a wonderful car. This one currently retails at 730,000. But for what you get, there is no other manufacturer that can come close to this. Even Haval's H6 is about the same price, but they're actually lacking a few things. Anyway, so for those that are familiar with it, you'll see obviously it's got the rotary selector. Let's see if I can get you without falling down too much. So here's your rotary selector. All you do is rotate it left or right. But yeah, so let me quickly, while I do that, I'm going to show you on the screen. So let's change. Okay, so you'll see it's currently sitting in sports mode over there. So you can see the car's done 7,000 kilos. So you know what, I was able to push it a little bit, and even that I was still getting, you know, conservative fuel consumption. Okay, so let's quickly change. So if I change and rotate it, let's go to the right. Come on.
Smell mode entered.
And so you'll see they've added extra graphics. Now obviously we can't really test that in South Africa, as it's, you know, we don't really have that much snow.
Muddy mode entered.
Muddy mode, that can obviously be fun for going off-roading. But like I said, it's not a true off-roading system. But the biggest issue is not that. The biggest issue is it's still got road tires. So if you want to have proper off-roading ability, then you're going to need all-terrain tires. And then they're going to carry on. We've got
Off-R entered.
Off-road system as well. So same story. And then we
Economic
go
mode entered.
Eco, which is the normal.
Normal mode entered.
The normal mode you've got as well. And
Sports
then
mode entered.
Sports mode. So like I said, you've got all the different modes, but currently the only thing really holding it back are the road tires. So if you had to put on all-terrains, I reckon it would be quite useful, especially going off-roading. I've heard a couple of guys actually using this going down places like towards the Krugersdorp, as well as Krugersdorp, Kruger's National Park, as well as also going to some off-roading places where they do suggest not a permanent all-wheel drive like a Bucky or a Hilux, but something that is capable in case you do get stuck. So the dealer principal Ryan at Edenvale, he's the one that's lent me this vehicle. He's actually taken it off-road on a couple of those little excursions, and he says, it's more than capable. But yeah, I want to show you a few of the extra little things that they've added, which on other models they didn't have. This one, I find it a little irritating, to be honest, but it's quite cool. I know a lot of the top-end manufacturers have this, but, what can we do? Chery are busy chasing them down and taking them over. But have a quick look at this. So if you have a look on the top left over here, you see that little eye? So if you're driving and you're not paying attention, it's going to tell you that you've been distracted for too long by this little system right here. So that there basically looks at your eyes, looks at your movement, and if you're being distracted, it tells you, hey, you need to look at this road. So that's quite cool. But your majority of the stuff is the same. You've still got your normal system, and obviously you got your maps, you got your phone, you got your AVM, which is quite lekker. Come on, yeah. So you got all your different settings. You can change your settings up there. So yeah, it's actually quite cool. And then you've got you can switch your AVM off here. So I can switch that off there. Videos. So yeah, so there's not really too much on this one, but like I said, this is just a little bit of a video just to talk about it and show you one or two things. But I'm going to do about a few different videos to add towards this for things that people have asked me. For example, the DVR, the navigation. I actually found an SD card that I actually slotted in here earlier. So if I... Okay, then another thing as well, I had someone actually asking me about the camera up top here with a little SSD. So you can see it's got a little, you should see it there. It's got a little blue light. So it's got the the SD card in there. It's a micro SD. So I've currently got a 16 gig in there because I was testing it. And that is linked up to the DVR system. So it's a dash cam that's built into the car itself, which is nice. I know a lot of manufacturers are doing this as there's so much fraud nowadays, and fraud cases with people trying to cause accidents. So it's quite nice. So I'm going to give you a quick little show about this. So make sure your card is formatted correctly. That is the first thing you need to read. I think it needs to be on FAT32 or just FAT32. Put your card into your computer, format it, stick it in there, all is done. Now, let's quickly go. So if and you'll see if I change there, just press the little button, you'll see it shows there, and it shows there's a busy recording. So you got your camera, you got your settings, you got your, you actually need to switch that on there, and you can do camera itself, and you can do the albums. So you can actually see the stuff that I've done some recording earlier. So you can scroll and you can select the stuff. You can obviously delete all videos, yes. But yeah, delete successful, we're going to go back. But yeah, then you can select your settings. Now this is quite cool. So you can do your driving information. So as you press the brake, as you press the accelerator, if you hoot, all the stuff, it actually shows on the screen itself. So if you, if this is in the court case, you can actually say that you press the brake or the accelerator, and it'll show on the video. And then if someone hit you, you can show them that, it was actually their fault. So it's quite a nice thing. Then your video resolution, obviously you got the 720, but we wanted to stick to 1080 because as obviously we want good resolution. And the duration, so I find 5 minutes is sometimes a little too long, 1 minute is too short, 3 minutes is perfect. So it's a nice, and it does a recycle the whole time. So as soon as the last video is full, it'll go then to the front, and then the first video it'll overwrite that. So it'll constantly do a loop on the writing. And then snapshot is basically you want photos and photos and short videos and photos. Now that is in conjunction with this little button which I have programmed. So I just want to try and quickly get to the settings. Now, you need to just give me a second because I'm trying to remember which setting it was. Because obviously here's all your other stuff. Let's go. I think it was... Right. Press the home. It was the local settings. Equipment. System. Yeah, I think it was here. Okay, I also had a lot of people complaining about the date and time. You need to make sure that that is set correctly as well. You got the automatic calibration. Okay, blah blah. Where is this? There was just so many settings in this car. Wake me up. Sounds. Oh yeah, the sound I have to say in this car is much better than the previous ones. Where are their settings? Okay, cool. There it is. So you can see the steering wheel start button, car recorder. So you can select actually a whole bunch of different things. You can select the audio, the local settings, or you can go as the back, and then obviously my wireless charging is. Now, I'm not bothered about the local settings because you can easily access that by the little button over here, or the little button over there. I mean, that's literally vehicle settings. And then the audio, I'm not bothered about that. So I think the best option is having that. And then yeah, so as soon as you press that and using this button here, then you can do your videos and record them, which is quite nice. So one of the things that I think is really cool about this car is the themes. Okay, so we've got the themes we can select down to that. Yeah, so you can have your screen like that, or you can go your themes, and then you can select it there. You'll see it'll change there. It shows you switching themes, and then you have your screen like this. So if you rev and your kilos go higher, those buttons change. But then also, if we go to the next one, come on, we're going to scroll across, media sources, their theme, you go fashion, and then it changes to that, which, yeah, look, I'm not too fond of this one either. This one just gives you your numbers. Let's actually just give her a start. So foot on the brake, and then you'll see the revs there. So you'll see how, now she's already a little bit warm. So as you can see, if I rev her a little bit, you see how she changes up there. And then if we go into the other ones, I can show you quickly. So you got the theme there, we go to the streamer. You'll see same story. So if I rev her as well, you'll see there. Now obviously I don't want to rev it too much because it's currently, what's it, 7:52 in my complex on a Sunday morning. So I'm a considerate person. I don't want to make a noise for no reason. Unfortunately, the exhaust needs to be a little bit louder. And then you got your classic, which I think I prefer, just my opinion. It's just because I like the dials and all that, and it just looks so much better. But yeah, and then obviously you can change all your different settings. How's it, guys? Welcome. So I'm going to show you a whole bunch of little videos about all the little features. So yeah, so first things first is welcome and thank you for joining me. So a lot of people have asked me about this now, especially on the T8, as you'll see in this headline, about the auto stop start. Now I've actually disabled that system because I find it annoying as hell. So to quickly show you guys, so generally on, I think this side of the year, you would actually have where it shows you the little A that you can switch it on and off, or it shows you the little A for the starting. So to switch it off, you're on your main screen. Now just go over here and you slide there across, and then you'll see there's your little stop start, parking as well as rear collisions. So it's a little bit of extra little one touches you guys can change. This is yeah, you'll see it doesn't stay very long, but which is a good thing. And you can actually switch off. You can see it's also one touches and little things to do it quite quickly. Okay, so we're going to leave that. We're going to slide that back there. So there's a nice little thing. I had someone else ask me about the navigation. So you do the navigation here. The problem they were having is it was showing them that they were in a different country. So you can currently see it's showing you all your satellites up top there. And then you can actually go to your home page. So what we're going to do is, okay, yeah, then this is just to change your aspect of 2D, 3D, or how you want it. I like it as the 2D because it makes it easier to understand. So what you do is you just go search, You can see about or exit. You go settings. Then you can actually see here. You can reset to your defaults. And just scroll up. You see all the different settings you can change. I've just defaulted them to what they should be. Now this is where majority of the stuff will be. So you've got your motorway signposts, which I found annoying, auto zoom, your split screens, your navigation lane. So especially on this model where it's coming up with so many more settings, and then your speed, obviously switch that off because I don't want it beeping the whole time when I do speed a little bit. But yeah, I mean, then you've got all your stuff, and then you can just reset your defaults if you're not sure about it. But yeah, where is it? Yeah, you go search. Now you can see here, it shows you all your different stuff. Now this is where the person had a bit of an issue, where it was showing that they were in somewhere else. Okay, so let's just go there. Let's see if I can show you there. So if I do that and I go Tshwane, you'll see there, it shows you all the different countries. So if I go in there, come on, let's see, can we, yeah. So you can actually check all the different countries. You can select wherever you want to, because as it's using satellites. So obviously we're going to use South Africa, and you can go places specific. So we're going to say Tshwane, and that's it.